We're back at it again. So this is a story time based on true events, alright? This actually happened 2 years ago. Or a year ago, actually. No, this happened a year ago. As teachers in elementary school, what did you want to be? Or what, yeah, like back then in elementary school, what did you want to be?
Anything.
Okay, more specifically. You know, like, you know how you're in high school? No, what am I saying, high school? You know how you're in elementary school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the teacher always asks you, what do you want to be? What do most students respond with? Children. Don't they respond with,
I want to be a police officer.
right?
Yep.
They always say, I want to be a police officer. I remember back then when I went to elementary school, you know what I told the teacher? I said I wanted to be a police officer. You know why?
Why?
Because we have guns. That's the only reason. That was back then. This was like in 2005, alright? I was 5 years old in 2005. Not anymore though. Not anymore. I respect the police, alright? Don't get me wrong. I do respect the cops. They are here to protect and serve. They are here to help us. They're here, to serve us, not to harass or anything like that, right? Alright, do you like the police?
I mean, yeah.
I like the police. I do. I really do. But when it comes to these actions they committed, that's a no-go. The police have a job, obviously. They want to maintain their family. They want to feed their family. I don't really blame the police for the actions, but, they should, be more nicer or more kind. You, me, and any other taxpayer, we pay the firefighters. We pay the police. We pay all of these people, all these public figures, not public figures, but all these people that are working for public. We pay them with good money, with good tax dollars, alright? It should serve us as citizens, as taxpayers, right? Don't quote me on this. 1 in 5 cops will commit a crime or a violent act or just try to charge you with any charge just because they want to maintain their job. Don't quote me, but I feel like it's true. I don't blame the police. I don't blame them, really. Who I do blame is the sergeants. On to the story, right? Let's just find out why I think the sergeants need to take more responsibility on handling and dealing with the police officer and us civilians, us taxpayers. This is Loser Hates Police. Back in 2018, in my college years, you remember back then when I went to college and I went to Warden?
Yep.
I had business classes, right? Alright, I had business classes. I love everything about business, alright? So it was like 8 o'clock or something, 8:30. I went to class, had a fun time. I messed around, obviously. I was doing this project about, starting a business or something like that. I was doing some business thing. And then my professor, he was cool about it, he was like, I don't know, the weird thing about this professor is that whenever he talks to the class, you know what he does? He does this, watch. As you can see, yeah, we got to study about business. Did you know that Warren Buffett made $1,000? Did you see what I did?
You look
He does this. As you he does.
Around?
Yeah, no, he just looks around. He never makes eye contact at all. That was pretty weird in my opinion. Okay, but moving along, it's not about the professor. We're not making a Loser Hates professor or anything like that. But we will be making Loser Hates school and college soon. If you want me to actually expose all of these, why I dislike school and college, leave a like on this video and I'll teach my brother here. But don't get me wrong, I still want him to go to school. I want him to get his diploma, his high school diploma, and if he wants to go to college, hey, that's his choice. Leave a like down below and leave a like down below and I'll go ahead and explain to you very good reasons why I feel like college is very, very overrated. And business, man, it's all about business nowadays. You gotta be a salesman. But anyways, let's move on to the story. Still, I was enjoying the time in my class. I was just having fun and all of that, and then I just left, right? It was like 11:30. After that, I had 2 classes, 12 more so. I get back home. You were in school. You were in elementary school this time. It's like a 15-minute drive from my house from college. So I just go home, mind my own business. But then, before this, alright. So I just arrive home, just chill for a bit, listen to music, good old times. My father, he was making barbecue. He's barbecuing some chicken. Alright, fair enough. 10 minutes later, after chilling at the couch, relaxing and getting ready to do some business stuff, knock on the door. Dad opens the door, and there was this one guy telling Dad, hey, I tracked my phone with Find My iPhone, and my phone is in your house, right? And then my dad's like, hey, no, we don't have no phone here. No, what are you talking about? There's no phone here. And he's like, no, I'm being serious. We have a phone. There's a phone here. I tracked my phone with Find My iPhone. And my dad, consists of saying, no, there's no phone here. I'm sorry. And then he's like, no, I'm very sure my phone's here. And my dad is like, no, I'm being serious. Nobody's home. It's only me. And then my dad's like, hey, if you want me to, if I find your phone, sure, I'll call you. I'll go ahead and call you. Just give me your number and all of that. And the guy's like, all right, yeah. He gives him his number. Gives Dad the number. And so it's over. Then my dad goes back, starts cooking some barbecue, and so we go ahead and cook. But Dad's cooking, and I'm just chilling still. And then 5 minutes later, the cops arrive. The police arrives. 5 minutes later. The thing about this is, the cops never knocked on the door. No. They went around our yard to the backyard without no permission. Like, they own the place. What? Are you kidding me? Luckily, they didn't go inside the house because we didn't give them consent. But, like, either way, this is like private property. This is our house. What are you doing here? And so, especially in the backyard, we didn't tell you to come in, right? Like, who would, this is our house. We have to defend our ground. But we didn't know the law. Now we know the law, okay? So we made that mistake. And so the officer starts telling my father, hey, yeah, we have this guy, right? He's in the front right here. He's looking for his phone. All we want is, we want our phone back. And my dad's like, no, sorry, sir, I don't have no phone. I'm sorry. Those bastards that always are trying to get you in trouble. Hey, man, if you have the phone, just go get it. Then again, hey, man, I want the phone only. We're gonna go on our way. Dad consistently saying, we don't have no phone. What are you talking about? Then I walk out. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, oh, hey, we're just looking for a phone and all that. I'm like, hey, we have no phone here. We don't consent to searches or anything like that. And he starts trying to intimidate us. He's like saying, all right. The cop was like, trying to use intimidation tactics. He was like, hey, man, show me your ID. Give me your ID now. And I'm like, all right, because, honestly, I was ignorant back then. I was lacking knowledge. That's what ignorant means, right? So don't get offended. If someone tells you, oh, you're ignorant, that's just basically saying you're lacking the knowledge. And that's good for you because then you can get better. All right. I hand him. Hold on 1 second. I hand him my ID. Can't show you, but here you go. I look like a weirdo. There you go. I hand him my ID, and then he starts saying, he starts supposedly writing information down and all that, trying to use intimidation tactics, all this and that. And I'm like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? Yeah, here's my phone. Look at this. I show him. I'm like, hey, here's my phone. Steve Jobs. And I tell him, hey, here's my phone. And then my aunt. No, actually, my aunt was home as well. My other aunt, she doesn't live with us anymore, but she was there. She was showing her phone. She was like, hey, look, is this the phone? Because this is my phone. My dad showed, his phone. The crazy part is they were still, trying to antagonize us, telling us, hey, I know you got the phone. Just give me the phone, go get it, and then we'll, anything, we'll, squash it or whatever. But we kept on telling them, we don't have your phone. Sir, we don't have your phone. What phone are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know what to do because I was, like I said, I was ignorant. So, you get nervous whenever you get pulled over or anything you involved with the cops. Because your morals are like, try to avoid the cops, try not to get in trouble. So, having that moral in society, I didn't know what to do. Right? So, 10 minutes go by, he's still there, like this, trying to, oh, he's a badass and everything. Oh, you have a gun, I don't have no gun. Hey, I respect the right to bear arms. We deserve guns. But, when it comes to you have a gun and I have no gun, obviously I'm going to be scared because what if I get shot? If I had a gun and you had a gun, I wouldn't be scared because, if you draw, hey, man. And so, right, are you understanding the story? Do you have any questions or answers or anything you want me to answer?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet?
Yeah, not.
Okay. 10 minutes go by. And then I guess the other like backup calls, right? Or the officer. Temple, Yeah, 10-4, we got Charlie 4060. Well, obviously I didn't know because I'm not a cop what that means. And so the other cop comes by and starts, telling the cop, hey, the phone's in the truck up front of the house. Wait, so you're making us look like criminals and, antagonizing us and telling us, where's the phone, repeatedly being stubborn, and we're telling you, hey, we don't have the phone, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. And then your buddy tells you, hey, the phone's right here in the truck. And guess what happens? The guys are just looking stupid. And in his mind, I believe he was, ashamed, but at the same time, I don't think so. It's your job to intimidate people. You shouldn't, though, because if we're telling you, no, we didn't, okay, we didn't, alright? And I can see from their point of view, it's because they're police. They shouldn't trust anyone. But then again, if you have that mentality, how should we trust the police? Or any, authority figure working for the public? You're working for us. We're paying your tax dollar. Well, not you, but you're working for me and everyone watching this video. And you're here to protect and serve, not to harass and make people into criminals. That's what my dad said when they left. They were like, this is why people hate the police. It's because of that. They're so unprofessional. That was so unprofessional. You can't just walk into someone's house. Unfortunately they didn't, and that's good. But they went inside, the yard and stuff like that, somehow without any of our permission or consent. And to make this clear, suspicion is not a crime. Remember that. Suspicion is not a crime. If you suspect me of doing something, it's not a crime. If you have proof or evidence, yes, it's a crime. It can be considered a crime. But nope, suspicion is not a crime. Keep that in mind, fellas. And so minutes pass by. The cop is like being told, trying to change his tone. Oh, hey, what are you guys cooking? Oh, this and that. My dad responds, oh, we're just cooking chicken, And I'm like, what? Why is this guy fronting? Like, I don't want to bring in Zodiac into this, but like, I can sense when people are BSing or fronting. And this guy was putting on a big front. Okay, so he was, having small talk. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing in college? Oh, no, I'm just doing business. I'm trying to major in business, management. And he's like, oh, nice, cool. You know what? Back in college, I used to do business. And I'm like, what? Wait. I know psychology, right? I'm trying to be a clinical psychologist as well soon when I'm 40, but I'm trying to be a psychologist. Why are you fronting? Okay, I know you're trying to get on my good side now because you're trying to get interest. You're trying to pique interest in what I do. So what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And so he keeps on blobbing. Oh, I went to college. Oh, this and that. This is where I got my degree and this and that. And I'm like, why is this guy fronting so much? And so then again, I start showing him my classes. He was like, hey, what class do you take? Let me see. And I'm like, oh, here are my classes right here. And so obviously I'm still like nervous because it's a cop, you know what I mean? I'm no longer nervous. I stand up for myself now. But back then I was, nervous. I'm a different kind of human being now. And so I tell him, oh, this and that. I tell him, oh, here are my classes. I tell him that, right? And so I show him my classes and he's like, ooh, you're a very smart guy. And I'm like,
What?
earlier you're trying to intimidate me. You're like, hey, look at me. Oh, and this and that. Oh, you're trying to front and trying to be on my good side. Dude, this is why they don't respect cops. So after that, the officer's like, hey, you guys are cool. Sorry to bother your day. God. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Where am I coming from?
Here.
God dang. Okay. Do you see like where? Alright, that was a good one. Do you see like my point of view, like why police should be serving us, not harassing us and making us into criminals?
Yep.
Why?
Because he just came in without provision.
Yeah, he just came in like he owns the place. Like, what do you mean? And
he's being friendly.
Yeah, he's trying to be fake friendly. That's not good. I want to be authentic friendly. If we have a dialogue, one-on-one communication, I should be able to tell you, hey, oh no, I don't know. Maybe you should double check and all that. But if you're trying to intimidate us, how are we? We're human. Come on, man. We're human. We're one-on-one level. And dude, like, you guys should. I don't blame the cops, right? I don't blame the police. I blame us and the sergeants. And you're like, what do you mean us? What are you talking about? Look, we are the citizens. We are the citizens of the United States. We are the taxpayers, right? We pay taxes. We have their job, alright? They shouldn't be harassing us. They work for us. It's like an honor for being our officers to protect and serve us. But then again, they treat us like crap sometimes, and that's a no-no. We as citizens should stand up for that. This is why, I don't like. For me, I'm not into politics. This is why I believe there's a lot of shootings, a lot of this, because we all need to communicate. All right, we need communication in this world. That's all we need, a communication. We need to talk to one another and understand our problems. We should check these police officers and all that. We should like stand up for ourselves whenever you get stopped by. Ask them, oh, this and that. Why am I getting pulled over? Why is this and that? Don't let them take advantage of you. Know your laws. Know your rights. Okay, the most important amendments are the first 5 amendments. I tell my brother this, alright? The First Amendment, freedom of speech, alright? Freedom of speech. Okay, Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Third Amendment, yeah, it's like basically, no, I don't want you. Fourth Amendment is shoo away. Fifth, hey, if any sergeants ever watch this video, I feel like you gotta take responsibility for your own people. Don't make them abuse their power. Make them realize, hey, they're working for us, alright? We're not working for you. We're not supposed to. Of course, we're gonna listen to you because we want that one-on-one conversation and respect. But you're working for us, alright? That was uncalled for. We didn't do anything wrong. The thing is, they found the phone in a different vehicle. It wasn't a vehicle. It was in a truck. It was our neighbors, all right? They even told us. They were like, oh, man, sorry for this and that. It was in their truck. We didn't even have your phone. Conclusion, this is the outro. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe. Give me your opinion. Give me your thoughts about this video. Were the cops right on point for just barging in and treating us like criminals just like that? Or should the cops do a better job, and sergeants and us, the people, to, better the country? This is our country. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace.